How technical buyers evaluate risk before they buy. A surprising number of B2B companies believe that technical buyers primarily evaluate features. They're not. Features matter, but risk matters more. Because when a technical buyer recommends a platform, software solution, industrial system, or enterprise service, they are not simply buying technology. They're attaching their reputation to that decision, and that changes everything. The deals that stall are often not the deals with the weakest products. They're the deals with the highest perceived risk. The question is not, does this solution work? The question is, can I trust it enough to put my name behind it? And understanding that difference can completely change how you position, communicate, and sell your solution. Let's look at what happens inside many technical buying environments. A SaaS company requests a demo. An industrial manufacturer evaluates a new automation platform. An energy company reviews a vendor proposal. A logistics organization compares several competing solutions. From the seller's perspective, everything appears to be moving forward. Meetings happen, questions are answered, interest seems high. Then momentum slows. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and eventually the deal disappears. Many companies assume the problem was pricing, or timing, or budget. Sometimes that's true, but often the real issue is risk. Technical buyers are frequently responsible for recommending solutions that affect operations, security, compliance, productivity, integrations, revenue, or customer experience. A poor recommendation can create real consequences. Projects fail, budgets get questioned, internal credibility suffers, teams lose confidence. That pressure changes how technical buyers evaluate vendors. They are not simply searching for the best solution. They are searching for the safest decision. This is where many companies misunderstand buyer behavior. Most marketing content assumes buyers make decisions through a process of attraction. In reality, technical buying is often a process of risk reduction. Buyers spend significant time trying to answer questions. Will this integrate properly? Can the vendor support us? Will implementation become a nightmare? Can we trust the roadmap? Will security approve this? What happens if something goes wrong? Can I defend this recommendation internally? Notice something important. Most of those questions have very little to do with product features. They're trust questions, they're risk questions. And when companies fail to address those concerns, buyers start creating their own answers, usually in the most conservative direction possible, which often means delaying the decision or selecting a vendor that feels safer, even if that vendor isn't objectively better. Why common advice fails. A lot of B2B advice tells companies to talk more about capabilities, add more features. The assumption is simple. More information creates more confidence, but confidence and information are not the same thing. In fact, too much information can sometimes increase uncertainty. Technical buyers don't need endless details. They need evidence that risk is manageable. A 40-page feature list does not automatically create trust. A clear implementation process might. A long technical document does not automatically reduce uncertainty. A proven customer success story might. The vendor explained what the product does, but failed to explain why the buyer should feel safe choosing it. The technical buyer risk framework. Risk area 1, technical risk. Will the solution work? Can it integrate? Is it reliable? Technical buyers look for evidence, not promises. Documentation helps. Architecture explanations help, but proof matters most. Risk area 2, business risk. Will this project achieve its intended outcome? Will leadership support it? Can results be measured? Many companies focus exclusively on functionality. Technical buyers often care equally about business outcomes. If the value is unclear, the risk feels higher. Risk area 3, vendor risk. This category is frequently underestimated. Buyers ask, can this company support us long term? Are they stable? Trust signals become critical. Customer stories, industry expertise, proof of experience, clear processes. These elements reduce uncertainty. Risk area 4, personal risk. This is the most overlooked category, and often the most important. Technical buyers are human. Every recommendation carries personal consequences. If the project succeeds, recognition follows. If it fails, accountability follows. That reality influences every decision. Can I confidently defend this choice? Will stakeholders support this decision? The companies that understand this dynamic help buyers justify decisions. What companies should do differently? Instead of focusing entirely on persuasion, focus on risk reduction. That shift changes messaging dramatically. Start by answering 4 questions. Question 1. What specific risks are buyers worried about? Question 2. What evidence reduces those concerns? Question 3. Where does uncertainty still exist? Question 4. What proof can eliminate that uncertainty? When your messaging addresses those questions, trust grows faster. Imagine 2 software vendors. Vendor A says, our platform includes advanced automation, analytics, reporting, and workflow optimization. Vendor B says, our platform integrates with existing systems in less than 30 days. We provide implementation support, documented onboarding processes, and dedicated technical resources. Both statements describe value, but only one directly reduces risk. The second statement answers the buyer's hidden concern. What happens after we sign? Now consider an industrial example. One company says, we manufacture high-performance automation systems. Another says, our systems are supported by documented maintenance and implementation planning. Again, both communicate capability, but one reduces uncertainty, and uncertainty is where deals often stall. The behavioral pattern is remarkably consistent. The strategic takeaway. Technical buyers rarely make decisions based on excitement alone. They make decisions based on confidence. Confidence comes from understanding. Understanding comes from clarity. And clarity comes from messaging that reduces uncertainty. If your positioning only explains features, you're leaving risk unanswered. The strongest messaging answers both. What does it do? And why is it safe? This week, review your website, sales deck, proposal, or product page. Ask a simple question. Are you explaining features, or are you reducing risk? Look for areas where buyers may still feel uncertainty. Then add proof, add clarity, add evidence, add trust signals. Because the faster buyers understand why your solution is safe to recommend, the faster they can move toward a decision. Subscribe and follow for future videos. Technical buyers do not purchase certainty. They gain enough confidence to move forward. The companies that reduce risk earn that confidence first.